Leo and Capricorn. Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Let's talk about it. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a personal, private, confidential tarot reading for you. Please contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading or your own personal, private, confidential birth chart reading, okay? You can also check out the personal ethics section, the FAQ section, and the personal reading testimonial section. If you have any more questions, you can also check out the blog section on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. The blog section is just a little something extra, all right? But if you have any questions about my readings, check out the personal ethics and the FAQ section, okay? You can also follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend, like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button so you get notifications whenever I upload a new video, okay? Leo and Capricorn, fire and earth. The Sun and Saturn. Are these two zodiac signs compatible? Well, let's talk about it. I want to say that I feel privileged enough to talk about this subject because one, I'm a Capricorn, all right, and two, I have been deemed the capologist by some of my fellow Capricornians and watchers of my videos. So, a capologist is basically someone who specializes in all things that cover the subject of Capricorn. So here I am, and I'm ready to talk about Capricorn and Leo, all right? Leo is ruled by the sun. We have to remember that every zodiac sign has its own ruling planet or entity in the sky. And Leo is ruled by the sun, that big, bright yellow ball in the sky that lights up our planet every day and gives us our beautiful tans or sunburns, that we sometimes take in stride, and sometimes, others of us don't like that and wear sunscreen. Needless to say, I'm getting into another subject here, alright? The sun in astrology rules the ego, the higher self. It also rules the personality, appearance. The sun is also associated with self-confidence and being center stage, being very kind of jovial, and the word boisterous comes to mind. I want to look that up and see what that word means. I actually don't know what that word means off the top of my head. Sometimes you just need to get a definition, Let's see. I keep getting these notifications from Google. I don't care. Alright. Boisterous. What does this mean? Boisterous means noisy, energetic, and cheerful, rowdy. Perfectly describes a Leo. It also means wild or stormy. Can sometimes be a Leo. Leos are known to be very dramatic. They're very theatrical. They can sometimes be drama kings and drama queens. All right, they love to be treated as royalty, right, in a relationship. So they love to be adorned with gifts. Not all Leos are materialistic. But they love to be adorned with attention as well. Capricorns in a relationship can sometimes be a little bit detached. Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, all right? Saturn is the planet of hard work ethic, Saturn rules time, the past, karma, weight, things of that nature, restrictions. So Saturn is a very not so loving planet, right? And then we have the sun, which is kind of more so focused on itself and its purpose that it serves for the whole of humanity, for not only for one person, but just for the whole of humanity, right? So we have two zodiac signs coming for a common goal of wanting a relationship, making a relationship work, but these two zodiac signs come from two totally different perspectives. We have fire, earth, Saturn, the sun. Saturn is more so focused on getting the work done, getting it done, and getting it done by any means possible, by any means necessary, getting it done on time. Like Saturn has no time for, pleasantries or frilliness. Saturn doesn't have time to pat you on the back or treat you like royalty. Saturn is like, you better get your butt out of that bed. I don't care if you don't look amazing. I don't care if you look like a 10. Get out of that bed, get to work, and do what you need to do to survive in this world, right? That's what Saturn is all about. But Leo is like, you'll get it done when you want, take a day off, bask in the sun a little bit, enjoy yourself, work on your beauty, that's what the sun is all about. Like, put put more energy and time into yourself. Like, like it's all about you, like that's what the sun is about. So when you bring these two people together, what happens? Well, for one, Leo is very devoted to Capricorn and his or her goals. Leo is the type of person that is very encouraging to Capricorn. Because we have to remember that Capricorn men and Capricorn women are very ambitious, very hardworking, very goal oriented. And, they're going to reach their goals, no matter what. And you're not going to get in their way. So one thing Leo may have trouble with is knowing their place, playing their part with the Capricorn. As I was saying, Leos need attention. Leos love attention. Leos love to be known that they are loved. Leos like to know in a relationship that they are loved and adored by their partner. They like affection. They like, time, one-on-one time with their partner. They like, and Leos are the type of people that need, one-on-one time on a constant basis. Not saying necessarily that they need it 24 hours a day, but every now and then, Leo's gonna want to check in. Hey, babe, just checking in on you. What do you want for dinner? Like, that's what a Leo's like. But a Capricorn is like, I don't have time to talk right now. I'm focused on these spreadsheets that I'm doing, and budgeting for the next 10 years ahead. Like, they're just two totally different people. How do they make it work though? Leo needs to understand that Capricorn is a very ambitious person. Capricorn hardly has enough time to, put into themselves, let alone, right? Let alone the Leo. And the Leo needs to understand that and not take that so personally. The ambitious side of Capricorn, the side of Capricorn that locks themselves away in their room or in their office or what so have you, and doesn't come out for hours and hours on end. Sometimes Capricorn needs to do that. Sometimes Capricorn needs to forego the night in, where you're supposed to, you guys were supposed to maybe stay in and watch a movie. Leo likes to do those things and you guys cuddle. But maybe Capricorn needs to get some work done. Like, Leo needs to understand like that side of Capricorn and not be so frustrated. Capricorn needs to understand that Leo likes affection. Leo likes to know that they're loved. Leo likes to hear that they're loved. Like, Capricorn needs to be more affectionate. Learn to be more affectionate when it comes to a Leo. Capricorns need to learn to, while it is a great thing to be ambitious and it's a great thing to be hardworking, and it's wonderful to have someone who brings home the bacon and provides for you. Like, Leos love that. Leos love to be provided for, and they love, like a strong partner, a strong Capricorn. Like, they need that. But like, Capricorn, like, you need to also, know when to pry your eyes away from your work or your studies or your passions or what so have you, and put some attention into your Leo. Like, spend some time with your Leo. It's okay, to sit on the couch, eating bonbons and watching a movie, cuddling. It's okay to go out, and to spend time together. Like, those things are very important, not only to the Leo, but just in general, like to make a relationship work and to keep it moving forward and to keep it sustained and maintained. You have to spend time together, right, Capricorn? And that's very important in a relationship. So these two need to learn to meet in the middle. With Capricorn's ambitious, hardworking self, and Leo's kind of need for validation, maybe, or not validation, but just need for attention and time with their partner. It's like, they need to understand kind of where each is coming from. Does that make sense? And I've had relationships with Leos, and I find that, personally speaking, as a Capricorn, Leos are actually the. I find it's the only fire sign that I think is most compatible with Capricorn, or it's most compatible with. I'd say, yeah, with Capricorn. Um, One thing that was, and I can speak from this experience, I can speak on this from experience once again, is that, I'm a Capricorn. I'm very hardworking, ambitious, and one of the problems that I had with one of the Leos I was dating was that he wanted to spend a lot of time together. I remember one thing was like, he got mad when I didn't want to spend the night at his house with him. I wanted to sleep in my own bed. But like, Capricorns are loners. They need their space sometimes. Like, Capricorns are just those type of people, and that's kind of the thing where it's like, you kind of have to meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's important for both of these people to have their own passions and their own things going on the side, so they don't get too wrapped up in each other. Um, I think Leo has the tendency to get more wrapped up in Capricorn than Capricorn has to get wrapped up in Leo. I think the only time Capricorn would get wrapped up in Leo is when Leo's like being super dramatic, or Leo has like something major going on. Be careful of being dramatic, Leo, because that can seriously annoy a Capricorn. Just saying. Um, as well, the wonderful thing about this relationship that works, and there's another Leo that we're friends, but I secretly kind of have a crush on him just a little bit. Um, but I would totally be fine if nothing ever came about that. Like, I love just being friends with him. And one of the things that I love about our friendship is that he's a very adventurous dude. And I find that Leos are very adventurous people. They like doing new things. They like going out and socializing, and being the talk of the town, and going out and stunting, and that's cool. Like this Leo in particular liked to go hiking, and I had never been hiking. I'm actually afraid of heights. So it was my first time going hiking, and I went with this Leo, and I probably cannot think of anyone else who would be able to get me out of the house. I hate bugs. I hate, like, I just, like, I don't know. Only he would be able to get me to do that. Something like that, right? The Leos are very adventurous, and they're able to kind of bring Capricorns out of their shell, right? Leos are really good at kind of coaxing a Capricorn, and persuading a Capricorn. They know just which buttons to push with a Capricorn. Leos are very kind of nurturing people as well, very attentive people as well, which is another plus for Capricorn, because Capricorns definitely need that energy of nurturing and attentiveness as well. Um, and on the flip side, Leos can sometimes have a tendency to be a little bit lazy sometimes, and Capricorn can teach Leo how to be a bit more ambitious and hardworking, right? And to take work a little bit more seriously, and also to take themselves more seriously. Um, as if Leos don't take themselves seriously enough, right? But a Leo is confident in themselves, in most areas, but in certain areas, not so much. And I think Capricorn can teach a Leo how to be confident in the areas where Leos aren't so confident, right? Leos can teach Capricorn to not be so rigid and stick in the mud, and to loosen up a little bit, right? One thing that these two have in common is that they both like the finer things of life. They both tend to have very expensive taste, right? So that works really, really well for these two. Um, Both can tend to be stubborn during fights. So there's, a need to kind of watch. I'm right. No, I'm right. It's like there's a need to kind of watch that. There's a need to compromise. Compromise is going to be a big thing with these two. Okay. But compromise can also be a beautiful thing for these two as well, right? This is a great learning, lesson type of relationship with great potential. I think both parties have an amazing potential to learn from one another. Let's not forget that fire signs are fire, so they're associated. Fire is associated with intuition and acting on intuition. Earth is associated with being practical, methodical, slow and steady. However, Capricorn can learn to be more intuitive. They are very intuitive people, but sometimes they get a hit on their intuition, but they hold still on it, almost like a Libra. They just kind of hold the fence on it. They can learn from Leo how to just act on it, you know. Leo can learn from Capricorn to be a little bit more methodical and less impulsive on the flip side, right? So, is there great potential for this relationship? Absolutely. And I have to say that I think there's more better potential with these two than it would be between, any other fire sign or earth sign. Some people just work, and I think this has the potential to work. It's just gonna have to. Ego is gonna be a big problem. Power struggle is gonna be a little bit of a problem. You know, figuring out who's right and who wears the pants. That's gonna be a little bit of an issue. But once again, compromise, 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 right? And learning to say, you know what, Bae, I'm gonna do something, and I know some of you hate Bae. You know what, Sugar Bear? I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, honey. Um, I'm gonna go to that movie. I'm gonna go to that dinner. Just because you want to tonight. You know, compromise. Big, 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 big thing for these two is compromise. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some clarity and insight. Capricorn and Leo can be a wonderful pairing. All right. With that being said, I hope to hear from you guys for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading at lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Okay. Also, follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend official. I can't wait to hear from you. Okay. Until then, I wish you guys nothing but the best love, health, and success. Thank you.